The lock in sexual intercourse is a lock for a minute, but the hug in familial embrace is a hug forever. You're welcome to sign 120 of section 18 of chapter 4 of the Holy Quran. Chapter 4, named Surah An-Nisa, the surah devoted to women. Let's go. يئدهم ويمنيهم يئدهم ويمنيهم. That's all. Makes them promises and creates in them false hopes. But the beginning is in brackets, is a word in brackets, and that word is Satan. Uh, so this is more or less a form of commentary. Without the word Satan, it will be difficult for people to understand the sentence fully. So let's add the Satan and you get to understand what I'm saying. Let's add the brackets. Creates, Satan makes them promises and creates in them false hope. Him creates in them false hope. So now let's go. وما يؤيدهم الشيطان إلا غرورا. But Satan's promises are nothing but deception, gururan. No note to that. So let's go straight to 121. Ulaika ma'awahum jahannama. Ulaika ma'awahum jahannama. ولا يجدون عنها محيصا ولا يجدون عنها محيصا. Ulaika ma'awahum jahannama first. They will have their dwelling in heaven. So we are moving to Satan to they. And who are they in this sentence? The commentator is helping us with brackets. They, into brackets, his dupes, Satan's dupes. So you see why I say the Quran is difficult to understand without commentary. So we move from Satan, he makes false promises. And then the next sentence, they, without any discussion. That then the commentators tell us that they here is his dupes, Satan's dupes will have their dwelling place in hell. Ma'wahum jahannama. Wala yajuduna anha muhisan. And from it they will find no way of escape. Muhisan or muhisan, no way of escape. No note to that either. Let's go to 122. Let's go to 122. I don't think there's any note to that either. Okay, let's go to 122. والذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات سندخلهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار. This sentence has appeared many, many, many times before and will still appear after this sign. والذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات سندخلهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار. But those who believe and do deeds of righteousness, we shall soon admit them to gardens, Jannati, تجري من تحتها الأنهار, with rivers flowing beneath. Halidina fiha abadan. Halidina fiha abadan. from with rivers flowing beneath, to dwell therein forever. Haldina fiha abadan, to dwell therein forever. Haldina fiha abadan, abadan forever. Uh, Wa'adillahi hakan, wa'adillahi hakan. Mm. God's promise is the truth. Wa'adillahi hakan. God's promise is the truth. Waman asdaka minallahi kilan. Waman asdaka minallahi kilan. Mm. And whose word can be truer than God? Asdaka minallahi, truer than God. And kilan here is word. Mm. Another good interpretation here. Mm. So somebody like me would have said the speech of God, or what God says is true. But here it's simple. The word is used here, kilan, and whose word can be truer than God? Kilan. In the Arabic text, the kilan, the word comes last, but when interpreted to English, it comes before the end. Let's see if there is a note there. There isn't. There isn't a note there. So let's continue to 1, 2, 3. And what does it say? Lesa bi ama lesa bi ama niyakum wala amani al kitab. Lesa bi amaniyakum wala amani al kitab. Not your desires, amaniyakum, nor those of the people of the book. Wala amani al kitab, people of the book, referring to the Jews. It's always Jews. When you hear people of the book, it's always Jews. I've said it before. Mm. Let's go to the English side. Not sorry, not your desires, nor those of the people of the book can prevail. Can prevail is in brackets. It's not there in the can prevail. Is not there in the Arabic side. Mm. This another commentary before the real commentary. Another note before the real note. Mm. So nobody's word would prevail. Not the word of the Jews, no, your word. Mm? Not sorry, not your desires. Nobody's desires will prevail. Not the desires of the people of the book, no, your desires. Mm? Lisa amaniakum. Your here is plural. Your desires, plural desires, will not prevail. The desires of the Jews will not prevail. Let's go on. Let's read on. Man ya'malu suwa'in yujza bihi. Man ya'malu suwa'in yujza bihi. Whoever works evil, suwa'i, man ya'mal suwa'i, whoever does good, will be repeated accordingly. Yujza bihi will be repeated accordingly. Wala yajid lahu min dunillahi waliyan wala nasiran. Nor will he find besides God min dunillahi waliyan, any protector, or nasiran, or helper. Let me take it fully in English. Not your desires, nor those of the people of the book can prevail, Whoever works evil will be requited accordingly. Nor will he find besides God any protector or helper. This verse, ayah, is worth noting, considering what is happening in the world today, what is concerning the Jews in particular. They want their desires to prevail, whatever be the case. Their desire is to keep on amassing land and land and land if they have to kill women, children, and the sick and destroy buildings. God is saying here, not such desires will prevail. No, such desires will not prevail. And that anybody who does evil will be requited accordingly. Simple. And what they are doing is evil, and they will be requited accordingly. And it has begun, into brackets, by the Iranians. Not that they are so perfect, but God is using them. Perfect or not perfect, God is using them to counter the evil acts of the Jews. Here, the Jews are mentioned specifically, not not anybody's desires, and not the desires of the Jewish people. Uh, note 6.2, note 632 rather, note 632. Mm. No, those of the people of the book. Okay, no, those of the people of the book. No, 362. Personal responsibility is again and again insisted on as the keynote. Keynote is hyphenated as the keynote of Islam. Full stop. Uh, in this are implied faith and right conduct. What the Jews are doing is not right conduct; it's faith and right conduct. Faith is not an external thing. Colon. It begins with an act of will. But if true and sincere, it affects the whole being, comma, and leads to right conducts. Full stop. In this, it is distinguished from the kind of faith which promises salvation because someone else in whom you are asked to believe has borne away the sins of men. Do I repeat that? Uh, in this, it is distinguished from the kind of faith which promises salvation because someone else in whom you are asked to believe has borne away your sins, has borne away the sins of men. You know what he's talking of. You accept Jesus Christ, and that's all. You are forgiven. Nothing else can happen to you. You can kill and kill and kill and kill and destroy and destroy and destroy and destroy. You are okay. That's what it means. That's according to me. I believe viewers will side with me. Mm. Away the sins of men, or the kind of faith which says that because you are born of a certain race, into brackets, children of Abraham, or a certain caste, caste is spelled Caste, or a certain caste, you are privileged, and your conduct will be judged by a different standard from that of other men. This is specifically to the Jews because they believe because they belong to the Jewish people, to the Jewish race. Their conduct is not going to be judged by another entity other than God, by another power other than God. No. Okay. Okay. By standard from that of other men. They'll be judged. Their conduct will be judged by a different standard from that of other men. Yes, I think I'm right. Whatever you do, No, sorry. Whatever you are, if you do evil, you must suffer the consequences unless God's mercy comes to your help, and you won't get it. La waliyan wala nasiran. You are not going to get any protector. You're not going to get any helper. And that was note 632 to sign 123. Let's go to sign 124. It has a note. Let's go there. ومن يعمل من الصالحات من ذكر من ذكر أو أنثى وهو مؤمن فأولئك يدخلهم الجنة من من الذكر والأنثى male or female من الذكر أو أنثى male or female. If any do deeds of righteousness, here again is plural because the word do is there, plural. Man yamal is plural. If any do deeds of righteousness, dash, be they male or female, mina zikra wal unta, be they male or female, and have faith, wahuwa mominu. فَأُولَٰئِكَ يَدْخُلُهُمْ al-jannata, be they male or female, they will enter heaven. يَدْخُلُهُمْ al-jannata, they will enter heaven. وَلَا يُسْلَمُونَ نَكِيرًا وَلَا يَسْلَمُونَ نَكِيرًا. Nakiran, we did it before, tiny bit, or the grooves of a date or something. وَلَا يَسْلَمُونَ نَكِيرًا. And not the least injustice will be done to them. So if you do good, you reap the consequence of doing good. And no, you won't be treated with unjustifiably. Note 633 is against the word injustice, la yaslamuna. And not the least injustice will be done to them. Wala yaslamuna nakiran. Nakiran, least injustice. Least, nakiran, least. 633. Nakir, I think it's been explained before, if I remember, yes. Nakir equals the science, the mathematics sign. Nakir equals the groove in a date stone. It's very tiny, very difficult to see, unless with a microscope, to see very well. The groove in a date stone, a thing of no value whatsoever. Compare note 575 to chapter 453. I think that's where the Nakir comes again. Do we go there first? Note 575. Nakir should be found there. Nakir should be found there. 575. 575. 575. We should find Nakir there. 5 575. 575. That's why I don't like going back, because it's difficult to find. The word I have translated fathom is nakir. Yes. The word I've translated fathom, Farthing, is nakir. The groove in a date soon. Okay, we don't need to go further. Okay, so we've done the comparison. 633. Nakir. Now let's go to the next sign, which is sign 125. وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ دِينًا مِمَّا أَسْلَمَ وَجْهَهُ لِلَّهِ. But, who can be better in religion uh, as asana, asana better. Waman asana dinan, who can be better dinan in religion than one who submits his whole self to God. Mimma aslama wajhahu lillahi. Wajhahu here is translated as whole self. But literally it may mean face, his face. The face represents the self. Mm. So our honorable commentators here say, Wachahu lillahi, his whole self to God. Wahua muhsinun, wahua muhsinun, does good. Who are Muslim does good. Wa ittaba'a milatan Ibrahim Hanifan, and follows the way of Abraham, the true in faith. Militant here is interpreted as way. Literally, it could mean the religion of Abraham. And who follows the religion of Abraham? The way, the true in faith, Hanifan. And I believe that's the best translation. The way of God. Here, religion is not used. It could be Christianity, it could be Jew, it could be Islam. So the translator couldn't be more right by translating it as the way of Abraham. All right. Militant Ibrahim, the way of Abraham. Where is it? Hanifan. Wa atahaza Allahu Ibrahima halilan. Wa itahaza Allahu Ibrahima halifan. For God did take Abraham for a friend. It appeared earlier, the friend of Abraham. God did take Abraham for a friend. 634 is the note to read, and it's against the word friend. Abraham as a friend. 634. Abraham is distinguished in Muslim theology with the title of friend of God. Of course, there are many people who are close to friend. Almost all the prophets are close to God. But Abraham has been singled out as a special friend of God. Friend of God. This does not, of course, mean that he was anything more than a mortal. Full stop. But his faith was pure and true, and his conduct was firm and righteous in all circumstances. Full stop. He was the fountainhead. He was the fountainhead of the present monotheistic tradition. The patriarch of the prophetic line, and he's revered alike by Jews, Christians, and Muslims. I said it before, and that's why the interpreter said way of God and not religion of God. Religion may mean Jewish religion, Christian religion, or Islam. So the way of Abraham. And this is another confirmation that God accepts all the various ways to worship Him. The Christian way, the Jewish form, the Muslim way. Once you do right conduct, one man asana, and who is better asana. Once you do the right thing, you follow the right way, you have good conduct. You can be Jew, you can be Muslim, you can be Christian. You are on the way of Abraham. Uh, let's go to the last note, which is the last sign rather, which is 126. ولله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض. This has appeared several times. But to God belongs, but to God belong all things in the heavens and earth. Samawat wal ardes, heavens and earth. Mm. وكان الله بكل شيء محيطا. وكان الله بكل شيء محيطا. And he it is that encompasseth all things. He refers to who? God the Almighty. And he, into brackets, God, my own brackets. eh, and he, God, it is that encompasseth all things. Remember that this thing was written long time ago, centuries back, eh, when English was English and not the present day English. Hmm. Anyway, we end here. No, we don't, because there is a note, note 635. Note 6, note 6, 635. Muhit encompasses. Mm. We are told to compare chapter 4, sign 108, and note 623. We are not going to go there because we are going to see the word muhit again. Eh? We won't go there. And so, therefore, we shall end here at sign 126 of section 18 of the Holy of chapter 4 of the Holy Quran. When we come back in our next episode, we shall go to section 19, which begins with sign 127. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Au revoir. May God be with you all.